What is going on YouTube? Tom Davis here, America's Canine Educator. Today, guys, I am in absolute beautiful Michigan. I have never been to Michigan, but today I'm back on the road doing some private training. And in this private training weekend, we go over a ton of different things. But one of the things that we go over is my hair. It's crazy. No, I'm just kidding. But one of the things that we do go over, guys, is how to use the e-collar as a correction. When to go up, what numbers to go up on, how to go up, how do I use it, how do you use it as an aversive? I get so caught up and so just passionate about teaching people how life-changing and life-saving this remote can be and all the dog trip products that I use. And so in this video, I actually just tell you, oh, here's how I go up to correct a dog if they're about to get hit by a car or chased by a bear or a skunk, or you just need to get your dog to get back, or whatever it may be. I talk so much about how relationship building and just a game changer it is, but I never really talk about how to actually punish your dog with the remote collar humanely, correctly, properly, and all that stuff. So in this short and sweet video, I'm going to be sharing that with you guys, and I haven't done it before. If you guys haven't yet, do not forget to smash that subscribe button, like this video, and during this video, leave a comment in the comments below to enter your, or to have an ability or an opportunity to actually win some No Bad Dog merch. That's right, leave a comment in the comments below. You automatically get entered to win some free Bad Dog merch. Anyway, enough of this. I'm gonna go enjoy this. You guys enjoy the video. We'll talk to you at the end. No. In the preliminary stages of what we're doing with like the introduction stages, I don't go up on the e-collar because she doesn't know what the heck it is yet. So I don't want to, this should always be very positive, like we talked about before. Like with my dogs, like if I slide this across the counter and they hear it, they're like going crazy. It's like if you get your keys or you get your leash, they're like, this means we're gonna go somewhere. So in the preliminary stages, she's got a stick. She's like, all right, I'm out of here. Get your stick, girl. You can go up just a little bit in your numbers, but once she knows, because the question we were talking about is like, how do you go up in your numbers and when do you know when to go up? And you can start going up once she understands how to escape the pressure. So if she feels that pressure and she goes, oh, gotta go over here, and you don't want her to do this, and she's like, where's that coming from? Because that's very superstitious association. It's a very associated thing, just like the invisible fence, right? Where we were talking about earlier, where she doesn't really know the property line to say, hey, you know, Brutus over there, how's your, like they just know that if they go into that area, they're gonna get bit. And that's why a lot of times dogs will, like, people always say, well, my dog ran through the thing. Is like, once they get over that hump of getting corrected, they're gone. They don't realize, it's really just like kind of tiptoeing around that dangerous spot where they've gotten bit before. And in this case, like hit with a really high, powerful correction. And in this case, with the arc that we're using, when you go low, so what I do is, because this unit has the nick and the continuous, right? Do you understand that, right? Okay. So the bottom on the continuous, what I do, as soon as the dog starts understanding that escape pressure training, when they go, oh, okay, I'm over here, and that will change with different environments. So over here, when she was paying attention to you and she was like, hey, can we play ball? Can we play ball? Or get a stick? I just went up 3 notches or actually 4. I went up from a 4 to an 8, and she's like, oh, yep, and she came back to me. So just like every situation that we are as humans, like right now, if a helicopter flew over us, I'd have to talk higher so you can hear me. So the different environmental changes will change the levels that you use on this. And so the way that I do it, once the dog understands it, is I don't necessarily watch my numbers of like 6, 7, 8, because then by then the dog's like, yeah, exactly. A lot of people are guilty of that. The dog's, it's done. Like they've already gotten the chicken off the counter. They've already ran across the road. Like, so what I do is I hold the continuous down. So you'll notice like on this, the continuous goes like this, right? So it constantly goes to the dog, pop, 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 pop. So what I do is I hold continuous down and I just rise up with my, so I do ring finger and then I rise up with my thumb. And then I watch the dog. So I'll just sit there like this and I'll go come, and I'll go up, 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 up. And so it's very like, when I'm here and I'm working with the dog, I'll go boop, just like that. And as soon as the dog complies, I go back down. But again, like that's why I tell people all the time, before you even start training with this, just start getting used to this. Just really start getting like, okay, comfortable with it, of like what button means what. So that way, when you go, hey, Fido, come, continuous, they go, nah, the squirrel's more important. I just right up, and I'm like, oh, 43. And they're like, oh, okay, I'm coming. So like every single situation is different. But once you don't want to do that now, because she doesn't understand she doesn't understand there's consequences involved. And we want, like, if you're going to use this in a day, say 100 times, whatever. If you're conditioning, like, hey, you know, really just putting the reps in to make sure she understands this fluently, you're going to maybe 2 out of 100 times you're going to use it as punishment. And those times are in times of recalling off a squirrel running in the road, or, you know, jumping to eat dinner off the table, whatever. But anyway, so I watch the dog and I watch their behavior, and I go up, 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 and then they turn and they respond, I go right back down. So once you get used to this, you'll know like where your numbers are at. Go home, put this in your hand, put this in your hand, and then literally just go up and say, okay, so I'll try it right now, right? So I've been using dog treats for a long time. So I will hold it down, I'll go up, and I would say I'm between a 15 and a 20, 18. So because I've done it so much, I know like whereabouts my numbers are. What, Taylor? Oh, well, it's 18. But so like I know where my numbers, and that's what I suggest people all the time is like just get to know your numbers a bit, and you'll get more comfortable with it. So that way, because a lot of people get freaked out where they're like, I'll never forget this because I use this all the time. I had a client come in, we did remote collar training, and these have 127 levels. Humans feel it on our skin, on our wrist, sensitive place, at about, usually on average, about 20. Some people feel it less. Like yep, usually between 20 to 25-ish. Dogs feel it on a 3 or 4 because they have more sensitivity, they have more nerves than we do, especially on their neck. And so, anyway, so we usually train about 4 or 5. But it has 127 levels. Why would we have 127 levels? Well, it's just because, just in case, like, holy crap, you know, emergency type thing. But anyway, she's like, my dogs ran away. I'm like, well, did you use the collar? She's like, yeah. She's like, I went all the way up to a 25 and they didn't respond. And to her, 25 is a lot because we train on a 4. But I'm like, you have 100 more levels, use them, you know? So don't be afraid to go up if you absolutely need to, but it's always gonna be the difference of like life or death. Like if, you know, your kid was running across the street, you're not gonna hesitate to grab him by the back of the head and throw him out of the way, and you're gonna be, you know, everyone's gonna be, bravo. But for whatever reason, if you correct the dog for running into the street in front of a moving car, people are like, you know. So anyway, it's the concept, but then when it actually happens, they're like, holy crap, that was impressive. All right, you guys, that's a wrap. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it beneficial. I hope it answers those questions that I get all the time with direct messaging about the dog trick collars, how I use them, and all that stuff. So short and sweet today, guys. I'm gonna go enjoy the day. Again, if you guys haven't yet, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, as well as leave a comment below to enter to win some free No Bad Dog swag like every other video that we do. I appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be safe. I will talk to you next time. Peace.
We're taking our shot, bring what you got. We're going all the way to the top. We will hear the sound of 1 million people screaming our names when we're backstage. We'll play loud, surfing the crowd.